4 years, man.
4 years, yeah.
It could be longer to figure
So it
it
goes
out.
to show you how it's a long game, this content and influence.
It's a long game.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Wealthy Marketer Show. I am your host, the Wealthy Marketer, and in today's episode, I have a very special guest, the world famous King Handles.
Yeah, thank
Joey.
you. Thanks for having me.
Oh,
yeah.
It's a pleasure, man.
Yeah.
I feel so honored to have such an amazing guy on the show. You know, you're pretty much a celebrity, and here we are, the King Handles on the Wealthy Marketer Show. Whoever would have thought? But I think that you're an amazing guest to be on the Wealthy Marketer Show, in part because basketball plays a big part in my life and my family's life, and obviously basketball is.
It is. Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure. And also, you know, you've made a living off of basketball and a career off basketball.
Yeah.
It's your livelihood, right?
It is, yes.
And you're an influencer as a result of it, and to some degree, you're marketing yourself as this basketball player,
Yes,
right? So
yes,
it ties
definitely.
into marketing.
It does,
right?
it does.
And that's why I figured I'd reach out to you and try to make this happen. So thank you very much for coming on.
Oh no,
Yeah,
no worries.
really
Thank you for having me, and appreciate the time, and appreciate you reaching out.
Awesome.
Like I told you before, definitely proud of you to see, you really developed your marketing, and now you're doing podcasts and stuff like that. You weren't doing before 2-3 years ago.
No, when we met, these were just ideas and dreams and far-fetched at that point, right?
Yeah. So this is great, man.
So it goes to show you what's possible if you have a vision and then follow through on that vision by taking action and taking risks.
Yeah. Oh,
right?
You gotta take risks.
Yeah.
Oh, I took a lot of risks, man. Ooh,
yeah, for sure.
Lots.
and they, as much as they have an upside, they also have a downside, right? You
Oh,
probably
big
felt
time.
both.
Oh, yeah, big time. I felt both for sure.
Yeah, to some degree, we can relate in that regard because we both pursue our dreams.
Yes,
right?
I think my wife calls me I'm a dreamer.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
I hope she doesn't mean it in a negative way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure if our wives sat down together, it would be quite the interesting conversation.
Yes, I know, right?
Yeah,
but very supportive though.
Yeah,
I think your wife and my wife are definitely
for sure.
very supportive people.
That's good to hear.
Yeah,
and a lot for them to handle.
Yes, a lot.
Yeah, definitely. So let's talk a little bit about your accolades, because you are in fact world famous. You're the first ever person that you may be one of the only people that I know that has a Wikipedia page, number one.
Oh, okay.
So did you know that you had a Wikipedia page?
You know what's funny? I never knew until 5 years ago.
Oh yeah.
That my friend told me, hey, somebody made a Wikipedia page about you.
Oh yeah.
Do you know that? I'm like, no.
Yeah, because it happens naturally, right? It's just someone goes and contributes, and then it gets published.
So it's basically somebody that I know.
Somebody
or so a
out
fan
there
could be
that some sort of editorial guy.
Oh wow,
that
amazing!
Contributes. Yeah.
Oh, I
you
never
got on
knew
his
that.
radar, and he added you to Wikipedia. It got approved. It got published, and then other people probably contributed to it as well. That's
so did it?
So
did they
it
pay
could have
for
been
it?
10 guys. 10 guys that made the page
paid,
to what it is today.
Paid?
No, it happens naturally.
Oh, naturally. Oh, wow.
Yeah, especially if you're a stand-up guy like yourself.
Oh, man, I didn't know
you
that,
got a story, right?
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So you got the Wikipedia page. You got the blue check mark on Instagram.
Yes,
you got
yes,
175,000 followers, which is impressive.
Yeah.
I was just looking at your YouTube channel. You got 10,000 subscribers. Let's put that into comparison, guys. I have 32.
Yeah.
Right? And then you also have 1 million plus views on that channel.
Oh, wow.
Right? So when you accumulate all those videos, you probably posted hundreds of videos.
Oh, dude, I posted every day. Now it's a little slow. I slowed down my YouTube a little bit because I'm working on so many different projects.
No kidding.
But I'm posting at least 3 to 4 times a week on YouTube.
There you go.
Yeah.
Good for you, man. Yeah. So those are impressive numbers as far as social goes. And
I don't think so.
Oh, you don't think so?
No.
It should be more?
Yes, it should be more.
You should have 1 million followers on
yes,
Instagram,
yes,
right?
yes. But it's okay. It's the algorithm. It's so many different factors, right? But
no kidding.
I think I've done well for myself, but it's tough, man.
For sure.
All the stuff is tough.
Yeah, totally. The content creation is a grind, right?
People don't understand, they don't understand, man.
They don't understand how much effort goes into it?
Yeah, it's a lot of effort, a lot of thinking. Even sometimes, I get, how could I, brain block?
Yeah.
I can't think, okay, what I got to post?
No kidding.
I can't, and I got to look at my clips to figure out, okay, oh, now I got an idea.
Yeah, I got
something. Or sometimes I get it, really quick.
Yeah.
So it's tough, right?
Yeah, for sure. I hear you. I can relate to some degree.
Yeah.
I post a fair amount, but not nearly as much as you do.
Yeah,
I
post a lot.
honestly can't even keep up with all the content you post. But I respect it though, and it's one of those things you exemplify with the idea behind just always be posting.
Yes.
Right? Constant content creation is a constant effort and constant game. It's like exercise.
It is.
Right?
It is. And sometimes you
Yeah.
can't stop.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes my wife, hey, you know, put the phone away. And it's hard because it's like, you're so stuck in that mind frame. Like, I got to post this time.
Right.
If I don't post a certain time, I'm like, I get anxiety.
Yeah.
Like, I get like,
You
oh my
feel
gosh, like I lost something.
Yeah.
I'm about to
Wow.
lose something.
No kidding.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
6 o'clock is my
So you're
prime time.
obsessed with the content creation.
Yeah, I'm pretty obsessed,
Right?
man. I'm pretty
Yeah.
obsessed. Yeah.
Good for you though, because you know there's a saying like be obsessed or be average, right? So
Yeah.
yeah. Good on you.
So I'm a little
Good on
crazy
you.
with
Keep
it.
doing what you're doing.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah, for sure, man. Definitely. It's an inspiration. So then beyond the social stats, like you've also had like this amazing run with basketball as a player, right? You played all throughout your childhood. You played on your high school teams. You played on the streetball team, I think known as the Notic.
Yeah, the Notic.
right?
Yes.
And then you played in college, and
played
then
in
you
college.
also pursued professionally. So why don't you walk me through a little bit of that journey? Like let's go back to like the early years when you were a kid in Vancouver, discovering your love for basketball.
Yeah, like
How did all that unfold?
Oh man, like first of all, I never liked basketball at all.
Really?
I kind of did, but not really.
Okay.
My brother's the one who was a hooper.
Oh, really?
So he hooped. And
He's older than you?
Older than me. He's
Okay.
he's 11 years older than me.
I
So
see.
I'm
Wow,
the baby.
interesting.
And
Yeah.
so he's a hoop, and he say, hey, come play some ball. I'm like, nah, man. Like I play floor hockey, man. You know, floor hockey, man. Nah, man. I don't play that sport.
Right.
And we ended up actually moving from First Avenue.
Okay.
Because I used to go play floor hockey at Britannia Community Center.
Okay.
And Britannia Secondary was right there.
Yeah.
So that's where my brother always used to hoop and stuff. And so we had ended up moving to 70th and Granville. But the closest community center was Marpole Community Center.
Okay.
But where we lived, and my dad worked a lot,
Yeah.
it's a long walk to get there. It's probably like 30 to 35 minutes,
yeah?
right? And it was pretty long, so I wasn't going to go there. Plus, I'm little.
Yeah,
you
you're
know?
a young kid walking through the streets of Vancouver.
No, they wouldn't let. My parents would never let me walk
Right,
by myself at all. So,
Yeah.
and my brother worked in the morning time at KFC right up the street,
yeah?
right from
Okay.
from 7th and Gravel.
Yeah.
So after work, he used to come pick me up and take me to the court.
Nice.
And so I had nowhere to play floor hockey.
Right.
Nobody really played floor hockey.
Right.
They had some kids with the rollerblades, but I didn't know how to skate, right? So all that, right?
Got it. Yeah.
So yeah,
your options kind of got limited to basketball.
Yeah. So during that time, my brother's like, listen, like I'll rent you a video game, right? If you beat me one-on-one.
Oh yeah.
Man, it took me a
man.
long time to beat him one-on-one.
Did it?
Because
It
I
took,
really
years?
I don't know about years.
I see.
I can't really remember, but it took me a long time.
Got it.
And I was a gamer, like young gamer. I love
kidding,
gaming.
yeah.
So that's how my brother
Like
manipulated me.
Was it a Nintendo thing or was
I was
it
actually Nintendo. We had a Nintendo, and we had a
Right.
Nintendo for a long time, right? So all those new systems used to come out, like we didn't get it. So I actually ended up beating him by a basket, man. And then after that, I got my game, man.
Nice.
And after that, I fell in love. Like, holy crap! Like this is a pretty good sport. Like,
No kidding.
I beat my brother one-on-one. I felt good, and I got a game. I beat my brother and I got a game. Like, oh
Nice.
man, I'm like, I'm
Nice.
going home like crazy, man. You know what I mean?
for
Like,
sure.
so I was like,
For sure.
you know what? I like the sport, and I
So
think
you just
that's how
fell
I
into
love
it, like as a result of your love for video games and wanting to rent a video game.
Yeah.
Led you to your love for basketball.
Right?
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then how old were you when you were like 1v1ing your?
Oh, that was
brother?
like I was at least 6 or 7 years old.
6 or 7
oh,
years
for
old?
sure, yes. It was a fluke shot though.
Yeah.
It was like a running like hook shot from the corner, from the three from the corner, and like somehow
Nice.
banked in, man, or swished.
Nice.
And he couldn't really believe it too, because he played hard. He kind of let me kind of get a few points.
Got it.
But it was like,
He didn't really want you to win.
yeah. Then he's like,
No kidding. No kidding.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. It's funny how like your love for basketball kind of like was discovered in the 1v1 setup, because even to this day 1v1 is like a huge part of like your ecosystem, right?
It is.
Like even during the pandemic we had those, or before the pandemic and then during the pandemic I would bring my son to those 1v1 tournaments that you would have. Right?
Oh, that's true. Yeah. The 1v1 tournaments. Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe it was like, 5 kids would be there and they would 1v1 each other.
Oh, a lot.
Until,
a lot of one-on-ones, because
Yeah.
that's how, like for me as a basketball player, like growing up, that's how I learned how to break down my defender.
No kidding.
You learn different tactics.
Yeah.
And it's just like that's just how you learn how to be yourself. How to find yourself and what moves work for you. Right?
Definitely.
What moves, and you kind of learn how to read your opponent, kind of like boxing. sort of thing, right? So I just love one-on-one, right?
Definitely. So all the young kids out there, there's value to them kind of like working on their 1v1 game.
It's especially, you know what? It's funny because especially nowadays, okay, back in the day growing up, people never used to like the one-on-one game because it's like, it's seen as like, like street ball. It's, and let's play team basketball, which is great. You want to play team basketball, but at the end of the day, when you get that ball, even if you're open and someone's guarding you, it's a one-on-one game. At the end of the day, the basketball is a one-on-one game.
Definitely.
Right? Yeah, team game, but it turns into a one-on-one. You have to
at one point,
At one point, you got to get the ball in the basket.
Definitely.
So what are you going to do?
There's going to be someone defending you.
Yeah, you beat the first one.
Guy. Yeah.
And then what? Help side?
Yeah.
You got to beat the help side too. So it's a one-on-one game. 1-on-2. Right, so that's how I see it.
Yeah, for sure. And the other cool thing that I noticed is you had an older brother. 11 years older. And I look back to my boys. One's in his 20s, right? And I kind of like got him into basketball when he was 8. And, he went through the high school thing and had a good run with it, right? But then his younger brother, right, 10 years younger, 11 years old, Lucas, who you've coached, right?
Yeah.
He has had such a profound impact from his older brother too.
Oh wow!
His older brother made him a better basketball player.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting to learn that you had an older brother that influenced you and helped to turn you into a great player.
Oh, for sure. And then my brother used to, and it's funny because my brother never had to do that, man. He didn't have to like he definitely wanted me to play basketball. I could tell, but. After that, man, he used to take me everywhere. Yeah? Like, take me to the movies.
Really?
Yeah, it could be like a rated R movie. And he would sneak me in somehow.
Yeah?
And my brother didn't have to do that, man. But, I mean, with his heart, being such a good human being, like, dude, like, really helped me develop as a person today.
No kidding.
But also, he took me to different courts.
Did he?
Streetball, like, everywhere. All the top courts used to take me.
Nice.
And... yeah, I never played, but I saw.
You saw, yeah.
Right?
You had that kind of exposure.
Early.
And that exposure probably did something to, you didn't know it at the time, but it was influencing you as a basketball player.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I get to see him play and see, okay, well, how is he so fast? How does that do that move like that? Yeah. And and it's crazy. He took me to all the top courts.
Nice.
Right? And then eventually I got older, I started working on my game, and then say for instance one guy got sick or got hurt, whatever. Yeah. They have no other choice. I just go in.
They brought you in? Yeah.
They brought me in, and that's why, I kind of made a little name for myself. Oh, that's Joey's little brother. He's, what I mean? Like, So I really appreciated him just doing that, man. He didn't have to do it, man.
Amazing. Yeah, you have a good older brother.
Yeah, good guy.
Older brothers are good.
Yeah, yes,
for
they're
sure.
good. Yeah.
Definitely. Okay, so then when did the street ball kind of scene become really hot and popular? In Vancouver, because I think it was like in the 90s with like those mixtapes, like what was that the N1 mixtapes?
Yes.
So how did all that transpire, and what was it like, kind of like being there, like a part of it?
It's so funny. Even before the N1 mixtape, actually, street basketball locally was actually really good.
Because
like taking I remember my brother taking me all these different courts. Yeah. From the indoor in the summertime to the outdoor, even in the wintertime. Basketball growing up, like it was like it wasn't as skilled as now.
Right.
But it was a lot more grit. Yeah. And hunger.
Got it. Yeah.
Back then.
More aggression and hustle kind of thing?
Hustle, because if you think about like this, like for instance, like there was only one source was Basketball BC. And if you never played on a Basketball BC team, what team are you playing on?
Right. Yeah.
There's no academies.
Right. All these academies that we have popping up every single day right now. None. They weren't there. Yeah.
So you're forced to what? Play outdoors.
No kidding.
Find a run somewhere.
Yeah, for sure.
Probably go to a university that you might even know a guy that goes there. Do you see what I mean? So it was hard. It was a lot more people playing basketball outdoors.
Nice.
Now it's a whole different ball game.
Yeah. A
lot of academies, which is great.
Yeah.
The kids are a lot more skilled.
For sure.
Right? But it's the grit and the toughness. I think they don't really.
Not there as much.
It's not there as much.
Yeah.
Because back then you had to find it. You have to find your identity. There's no. You're forced to. Either you get eaten, or don't get eaten. It's like dogs. You're putting out there. Right?
It's like Venice Beach. It was like how is it Venice Beach today still?
Yeah, no, it's so true, man. Yeah. Right. The top court was Kitsilano.
Yeah.
Right. So so to go back to what you're saying. the street ball was good, but at the end of the day, there was nobody recording this stuff.
So it's all kind of like history. Basically.
It's history.
Yeah.
So when I watched the first And One mixtape that I used to play street ball with,
yeah,
it was really sick. He brought me to his house. Like, I got to show you something. So I went to his house, watched it. I was like, hold up. These guys were doing these moves in 1992.
Yeah.
I watched it at 90, 97, or 98 or 99.
Really? So they had already been
could be
recorded
before that.
then? Yeah.
So they've been doing that stuff.
Yeah.
So we're so behind.
No
like,
kidding.
Are you for real? So I'm doing all these stuff and these guys are doing all these crazy tricks?
Yeah.
No, I got to learn this stuff. Hey, man, can I borrow your tape, man? Can I borrow your tape for a while?
Yeah.
And that's how it started for me.
Those And One mixtapes basically helped you discover your handles?
Oh, for sure. It took my handles to a whole different level.
No
but
kidding.
Before that, like Allen Iverson, Kobe Bryant, all those players, right?
Yeah.
But when I saw And One mixtape, Skip to My Lou, Volume 1, I was just like, this guy, I want to do exactly what he's doing.
No kidding.
And that's how I fell in love with it. Yeah.
And you have done. You're now the king.
The king,
right? The king handles, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Amazing. How long did it take for you to like kind of like hone your skills and like get really good on the handle side of things and then be able to put on like those shows at places like Kitts Beach and things like that?
I think so when I first saw it, I think it took me like 4 to 5 years man, to really like, and it's just straight practicing. Hey, man, you want to come play? No.
Oh, you're just working on your handles?
Yeah, I go to the gym? No.
Nice.
Come on, Mike, good? No.
Wow.
Yeah, the kid that dribbles hard, man, and just doesn't play. I was known for that. Picking up the ball,
No wonder. Yeah, okay, got it.
This kid always walks around with the basketball. You know him? Yeah, I know him. Like, I'll always just
You're
bring
just
my basketball
all around Vancouver with the basketball?
Yeah, with the basketball
in hand?
And
man. You still are that to this day.
Yeah, man. I don't carry the ball as much around me.
Yeah, you didn't bring it here with you today.
It's in the car, though.
It's in the car.
Yeah.
And let me guess, you're going to go play basketball after this?
Actually, I am. I got a run tonight from 6:30 to 8.
Nice.
Yeah, so I have to get my runs in.
You play basketball every day?
I play basketball at least 4 or 5 times.
4 or 5 times a week.
Man, yeah. And I do boxing too now.
Nice.
To try to get my conditioning up and try to get just a different mentality.
Yeah, right? For sure. Good for you. So you're extremely active.
Yeah, I feel sometimes a little too much.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm addicted, man. I'm like really addicted. Like, it's just hard for me to really stay in one spot. Like, I got to keep moving. Cool. I got to keep doing.
Yeah.
It's cool, but it's not though.
Does your wife ever?
Yes,
like,
she said to me today.
Play basketball every day.
Yeah, she knows. She said to me this morning. I feel like I just never see you.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I know.
Oh my
it's like, how are you? I'm good. How are you?
Yeah. Got it.
Right? But, I mean, it's hard, man. It's hard, man.
You just got to figure out times to make the quality time for family because it is important too, right? So
it is.
I'm sure
you
guys have a way of figuring
Yes, it is.
Making time for each other and the kids and everything.
Right? Yeah. I try my best, man.
Yeah.
Because I got the business. I got my school handles business going.
Yeah.
And academy stuff, 7 days a week at the union.
Yeah.
And so that I got to do program stuff. I got wearing a lot of hats right now, man. So hopefully when the business is doing pretty good, but like when it starts to
grown, right?
Yeah, grow really big, I could kind of take a step back and let it let it run itself. But for the first, man, it's only been almost our 3rd year now.
Yeah.
I got to put in the work.
You got to keep pushing.
I got to.
Yeah, for sure. Good for you.
Yeah.
Awesome. So how about because I believe that the word is going to get out there about this podcast with the kids in our community, right? In and around Vancouver.
Yeah.
Right? So those kids that are kind of like in that kind of like, they're in the club teams, right? They're playing competitively. Yeah. They're pursuing their high school dreams. They're pursuing their college dreams. Maybe they have professional dreams. Yeah. What kind of advice would you have for them? And then also maybe you could share like your experience with it, right? Because you have kind of been through the high school and the college and the professional journey.
First thing, you got to really, you got to love training.
Yeah.
You got to love training. You can't just like say, I just want to play. I just want to play ball.
Yeah.
Especially, okay, so like here, especially here, Vancouver, you have to train. That's how you're going to get better. It's not like we have a lot of NBA guys that come back and do runs.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So you get to see them. Mm-hmm. You get to play against them.
Yeah.
Everyone that played pro here is scattered.
They're
come back.
Spread all over.
Yeah, they spread
the
over. They
world?
come back. Yeah. No, I mean, they spread over the world, but when they come back,
Yeah.
they're busy.
Yeah.
They got to see the family, they got to see the friends. They might play sometimes because their careers, when they come back, they want to rest.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So you might not have a gym full of pros.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like because guys are doing different stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe sometimes, but not consistently.
Got it.
In the States, it's a whole different ball game. If you listen to Jamal Crawford, he said he never really worked on his game.
No.
He played against pros, NBA players every summer.
Right.
So you don't even have...
When
growing
he was
up in high school.
Up?
Yeah, high school,
Wow.
like even in probably elementary, like grade 6, grade 7.
Yeah.
I'm playing against these guys. I'm around these guys all the time.
Nice.
So what does that tell
you?
you?
That luxury. U.S. has that luxury. Yeah.
You got Sean Kemp. You got Gary Payton.
Yeah.
You got all these all-stars, man, come into a run.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
You don't really got to work in your game much, man. You play against them in a run anytime. Right? We don't have that luxury.
Right.
So you got to work.
You got to work.
You got to work hard. You got to train more than you play.
Got it. So what would be like a good, what would be a good way of training to become a better player? What would be your suggestions to the kids?
Well, first thing, one, definitely ball handling.
Yeah.
As a guard.
So they should just be dribbling the ball and
you got to be one with
moves.
Very smooth, different breakdowns. Look at so many. There's YouTube now. There's so much stuff on YouTube.
Yeah.
Even
you've done your own training.
My own
drills,
training too.
right?
My own training drills. You go on YouTube,
reference.
Instagram, whatever. Like you can come to my academy. I teach you some stuff. But like, work on your ball handling, shooting. Definitely shooting. All aspects of the game.
Yeah.
Right. But you want to go game speed. You want to start off with this flow. You're going to flow, get used to the flow, right? Gets you used to the movement. And then you want to take that, once it gets a little bit comfortable, it gets easy, you want to speed it up. You want to speed up everything. So once it gets easy in that speed, you want to take it to a whole nother level.
Got it. Yeah. So like, say like a lot of the tricky like dribbling drills where they're dribbling between the legs and behind the back and everything.
Yeah.
Get the rhythm going with it and then speed up and
once it gets
faster
comfortable.
and faster and
yes.
faster.
Right.
And pound the rock harder.
You got to pound the rock harder.
Yeah.
But you got to do it in a way that if somebody's guarding you in the NBA or pro, are they going to steal the ball?
Right.
Or are they going to block you? You don't get blocked or stolen, so what do you got to do? You got to increase the speed.
Got it.
So you want to get your shot quicker.
Yeah.
You want to get your dribbles a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
You want to change your pace of your dribbles.
Yeah.
So those things you want to do, because you got to imagine somebody guarding you if you don't have those people around.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
That Michael Jordan's guarding you or Steph Curry, because that's how I trained.
Right.
I'm thinking like, yo, you can't stop me. Like you got to talk smack when no one's there.
No
so you have to build this. You got to build your own world, your own metaverse. What they have it now, you have to build that VR metaverse world in your head.
And that's even before you show up to the court to play anybody.
Yes. Then after, when you start getting comfortable, then you play your little one-on-one. Then you scrimmage. Yeah. That's why one-on-one is important. Then you play your American 21. Right? Then you play your 1-on-3.
Yeah.
So now you got 2 guys guarding you or 3 guys guarding you. But also at the end of the day, you got to work on your team play too as well.
For sure.
So there's so many aspects of the game to get better.
So just say showing up to your club team practice 2, 3, 4 times a week. That's just a part of it.
It's a part of it, but it's not everything.
Yeah, you need to put in the individual work.
You have to. Well. You have to. Yeah. You have to. I think more individual work than the team stuff too, because you got to learn IQ and all that stuff. Probably about the same, but actually you might have to put in more individual work. The team play stuff will come naturally once you start to know the systems. You got to get used to the systems, IQ coming off ball screens, how to make reads and stuff like that. And that's another beast too as well that you got to learn, especially as a point guard.
Definitely.
Right? So the basketball is a lot of aspects to become a good basketball player.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
But also you got to love the game.
For sure.
And you got to love the grind. And you got to love failing. You got to love, I love it. That means
getting stuffed is an okay thing.
Oh, yeah, I love it.
Blocked.
I love getting stuffed. I got blocked the other day, man, and I turned around, man. I'm like, yo, I love that, man. But guess what? I'm coming at you again. I'm not scared. I told him straight up.
Yeah, for sure.
And I love it because he stopped me. Okay, but I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna back down.
Yeah, and you're gonna get it back, or you're gonna stop him on the other end of the floor, right?
Exactly, man. And he's Drew. His name is Drew, right? He played for like Team Canada.
Okay.
Tall guy, 6'6", 6'7", got a handle, could shoot. Came down and blocked me, man. I'm like, damn, man. I'm like, I love it though. So some people will, some even young kids too will get blocked. They're like won't even go back again.
Right, but
So
it happens to everybody,
It
right?
happens to the
Yeah.
greatest of all time gets blocked,
No
gets
kidding.
crossed up.
No
Look
kidding.
at Chris Paul behind
Yeah.
the back. Steph Curry, you got him on the
Yeah.
floor.
Yeah.
Chris Paul is probably one of the best point guards of all time.
For sure.
You're going to get crossed, but what are you
He's
going
had
to
an
do after
amazing
that?
season even this year. In the maturity of his career, it's probably one of his best seasons yet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I want to tell kids. Don't fear. Have no fear. Love the game. Train more than you play, and always find somebody that gives you a hard time. Like, just doesn't make it easy for you.
Right.
Because once you find that person,
Yeah.
you're gonna get. Man, I'm telling you, you're gonna get better quick.
No kidding.
And that happened to me. I
Yeah.
found someone that was friggin' the same. Dude, this guy would never let me do anything easy. His name is Jermaine Foster.
Okay.
I played with him in the Notic. His name is Fresh.
Yeah.
He used to block me. I used to lose 11-1, 11-2. I'm like, let's go again,
Yeah.
let's go again, let's go
Yeah.
again, let's go again. And he wasn't fed
Yeah.
up. He made me to the player I am today. Now, as I go into the rack against a tall guy, I know how to, how to aim that ball so I don't
Yeah.
get blocked.
So it's you need to embrace the players that challenge you and
Yes.
use them as a challenge to make yourself better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
For sure.
Right.
Well, that's good advice.
Yeah.
That's good
And
perspective.
also too, just to add, don't stay comfortable. Don't be comfortable.
Right.
You cannot be comfortable.
Yeah.
So even I see kids, even my academy and a lot of other kids too, they just play defense like this. Like basically, if you're playing defense here, our offensive players here,
Yeah.
they're like here.
No
I
kidding.
want to go skin to skin.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Skin to skin, man.
Yeah.
There's not
For sure.
What the heck? You don't
Yeah.
give them opportunity.
Yeah.
That's where it starts all on defense right there. If you could play like that consistently, whew, one, you're going to work on your conditioning. Two, that offensive player knows, oh my gosh, man, I got to really think.
No
Because
kidding, 'cause the
offensive
pressure's
players,
on, right?
Exactly. Offensive players don't like to think a whole lot. It's easy, man.
You give them
That's
all
a
the space in
jumper.
the world to move forward.
Yeah, that's a
shoot.
jumper.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Here,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, man. Then you got to really think.
Yeah.
Conditioning has to get like quick.
Right.
You got to think quicker.
Yeah.
Offensive guys don't like to think that quick, man. You've got, and that gives them a lot of time. It takes time to think. It's like Windows 95, right?
No kidding.
I can take my time here. Now I got to speed it up,
Yeah.
right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Totally. I think that's really good advice to share with the younger generation.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kids coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And two, you got to get out of there too. Like for instance, like you go where it's hot. Go
Right.
where you know what I mean, where a lot of players are getting seen and getting noticed. Go there. Go to Venice
Yeah.
Beach.
Yeah.
If you're an influencer, go to
Yeah.
Venice Beach.
No kidding.
I would love to go to Venice Beach. I don't have a lot of
Have
time.
you been to Venice Beach?
Oh, I've
Have
been
you
a few
played in Venice
times.
Beach?
I did a few
And
times.
You played there?
I played there, yeah.
And what was that like?
It was fun, man. It was
Yeah.
fun, man. It's good ball. Guys didn't really know who I was, which I
Right.
love. So I
Yeah.
get to kind of show out who I
No
am.
kidding. Yeah.
It was fun, man. I like
Yeah.
going places that people don't really know me. I don't,
Nice.
you know what I mean? Because I just love it. It's like
They
now.
don't know your strengths or your weaknesses, right? So they can't figure out fully
Exactly,
what you're gonna
exactly,
do, kind of thing, right?
exactly, man, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but it's good. Like go
Awesome.
places that you know what I mean. If you want to get seen, go to the States. You know,
For
States
sure.
is a hotbed. We'll go there.
Yeah.
Find a way to go there for a summer. Go try to contact an AAU team,
Right.
stuff like that. Like
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
here is good, but it's too. I think sometimes it's too comfortable. You got to
Is
go.
it? Yeah.
You got to go somewhere it's hot, man. Where
sure.
people are gonna make you better. Now when you
Yeah.
come back, you're a whole new beast.
You come back stronger.
Yeah, man. You
Yeah.
got to go, Rocky. You know Rocky?
Yeah.
Apollo Creed, Rocky 3.
Yeah, yeah.
Apollo Creed he lost the first match, right?
Okay,
Against,
yeah.
what's his name? Clubber Lang.
Okay.
What's his name? Say, hey, man, Apollo, you got to go. You got to train different now.
Right.
I got to take you to L.A.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
He took him to the gym where there was a lot of dogs, man.
No kidding.
And look at Rocky. What do you do?
Yeah.
Knock Clubber Lang out, right? He had to change
Yeah.
up. So
Yeah.
you have to change your style.
For sure.
You can't just keep on doing the same thing here.
Yeah,
You're gonna meet
definitely.
somebody who.
Yeah.
So I got to
Challenge
go.
you and
yeah,
then,
man.
in turn make you better.
Exactly,
Yeah,
right?
Definitely.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the kids going down to the States is
Oh.
it should be a big part of the
Oh
process.
my gosh,
Yeah.
you got to go, man. You got to go.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember like with my older boy, we brought him to so many places in the States. We went as far, when we were in Toronto, right? We drove as far south as like Augusta, Georgia for like a weekend tournament.
Oh, really, huh?
Yeah, yeah, and like we traveled all over the place, like a lot of tournaments, like in like North Carolina, South Carolina, like places like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was certainly more of like a challenging and fresh environment and like a really good experience
Yeah.
for my older boy. And then also for my younger boy, just him seeing all that stuff, you know, I think it had a good influence on him too.
Look at him now.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't miss, man. He's a mid-range king, man.
Thank you, man.
You know the game of basketball.
Yeah.
The mid-range game is lost. Your
No
son,
kidding. And it's probably more important. That's more important of a game to master than say the 3-point shot.
hey man, I'm a mid-range guy,
Uh-huh.
and I think so too. Definitely threes are good. Threes are
Right.
great. If you could hit them,
you need to have them in the mix too, right?
but
yeah.
the mid-range, you can get your shot off anytime in the mid-range.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you. So you see my boy and his abilities mid-range?
Oh, dude, I've been noticing since I started training him, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, you probably had an impact on like helping get his mid-range better. That's for
I
sure.
appreciate that,
And you
man.
know what? I'm thinking there's so many times throughout the pandemic where I would bring my boy to School of Handles over in North End, and he would train with yourself or Jeremy or something like that.
Yeah.
Every single week. Now that I think about it, twice a week.
Yeah.
And I didn't see any of it.
No, you
'Cause I
didn't.
wasn't allowed in.
Yeah, no, you're right. I remember you
Yeah.
hit me up. Hey, man, you got
Yeah.
clinic here? Da, da, da. I'm like,
Yeah,
just
for
boom,
sure.
bring
I
him.
brought him religiously.
Oh, a lot.
Every week.
I know, and you
Every
told me,
week.
hey, I'm bringing him.
Yeah.
I want him to get better.
Yeah.
I want him to da, and then boom, yeah. I
Totally.
remember.
So thank you for making that kind of environment available to the kids.
Oh, no worries,
throughout the
man.
pandemic,
Oh, for
right? 'Cause,
sure.
okay, let's talk about traveling the world
Oh,
for
yeah.
basketball. Kind of like walk me through some of like the travel adventures that you had.
Oh man, I don't know where to start, man. Man, the first time I actually left the country to play ball was the Notic. So the Notic 2, I think Notic 2 came out. So all the Notics came out 1 and 2, and we got invited. It was myself, Disaster from the Notic, and Goosebumps from the Notic. We got invited to this streetball game called The Rock.
Okay.
The Rock Streetball, which
Yeah.
you know The Rock, right? The basketball, but the brand is called The Rock.
Oh, the Rock
Right,
basketball.
I think it's a New York brand.
Okay. Yeah.
So they had a streetball tournament.
Where was that tournament?
That was in Albany, New York.
Nice.
But streetball was super hot though.
Yeah.
Like that time it was like on the rise. So it was against Bone Collector. I remember Bone Collector, Baby Shack, and somebody else, man. And it had some local streetball guys.
Yeah.
They weren't household names, right? But they were there. But it was it was packed, man.
Was it? Yeah.
And Bone Collector during that time, and still is today, he was like the hottest, like it was like hot sauce, all that. But Bone Collector was like the bad guy. Like he was like the toughest, right?
Nice.
And so I ended up playing against him, man, and it was a battle, dude.
Was it? Yeah.
And it's the
guys are going
videos
at it?
out there, but we can't find it.
Oh, really? So
But-
someone has it?
It was a and that's how Bone, and I talk to Bone like often.
To this day, you
To this
you
day
have a
we talk,
relationship.
and he's
Yeah.
like, yo, man, like that was one of the craziest battles I've ever had. I've
Really?
never seen anyone handle the ball like that. Like no one really challenged me like that.
No kidding.
And I remember after that game, the manager contacted me and wanted
Really?
me to play on his team and a guy named Corey Homicide, which is another streetball legend too as well. And we were supposed to play on the team in the Rucker, but it just never happened, right? But I was supposed to play that year. But that was my very, very first time leaving Canada, Vancouver.
Leaving Vancouver.
Bring over to go play in a streetball game, and that was
Nice.
like early 2000s, probably
yeah?
2001,
Got it.
2000. No, it could have been 2003, 2004.
Yeah?
yeah.
So that was less than 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And then did that kind of like open your, so you went and did that and it was amazing. And
Yeah.
like the energy was, I would imagine,
Oh, it's crazy.
empowering.
Oh, it's crazy.
Right? And then did that open your mind to be like, oh my God, I can like go to a lot more places with basketball?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Like even that day, the crowd was going crazy off the first move I was doing, right?
Yeah.
And then I was like, holy crap, like I could do something with this, man. Now I see what I could do.
No kidding.
And that really started everything. Like, so what I did, I went back on, I kept working hard.
Yeah.
I kept working hard. And I think by me working hard and putting some stuff on the internet, and the Notic actually really helped. The Notic mixtape really helped me because
So you were in this Notic mixtape.
Yeah.
Is that like the beginning of it?
Yes,
Was
that's-
the Notic like built off a mixtape?
yes.
Yeah.
So the team, the Notic, actually the team wasn't really called the Notic,
Okay.
but the mixtape was called the Notic.
Okay, got it.
And I think
Yeah.
eventually we called ourselves the Notic.
Okay.
Right?
Cool.
And I think that tape, because it actually went viral, but it was like
Right.
underground, like and one
Viral
mixtape.
like before YouTube kind of thing, or like viral on YouTube and like
No, viral on the internet.
Viral
It wasn't
the
on
internet.
YouTube. It was on YouTube till later on, but it was like
Uh-huh.
underground, like internet,
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Like
message
chat rooms and
boards,
things
chat.
like that?
Yeah,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
that's when it went viral.
kidding. Yeah.
Right, and it was like and one here, and it was like, oh, you never heard of the Notic?
Uh-huh.
It was like the Bible, like
Yeah.
the last
That's
book.
so legendary.
Yeah,
man.
it is so sick, man. It's so
Yeah.
sick, man.
So you had this mixtape go viral, like it just spread across the
whole
world, all over the internet,
man, all
Yeah.
over the internet, man,
Uh-huh.
all over.
So the Notic became world famous.
Yes.
And then
The second-
were you known as King Handles then?
Yes,
too?
I was known. Yes, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So then, what other places did you end up traveling? Can you kind of like give me like a list, like?
Okay, so Albany,
Yeah.
New York, right?
Yeah.
After that, I played in a lot of side games, like side streetball games.
Okay.
Streetball USA.
Okay.
This thing started, but it wasn't like it kind of flopped. It
Okay.
actually not kind of flopped.
It flopped. Yeah.
A company named Streetball USA brought
Yeah.
me down to do some stuff,
Uh-huh.
right?
Where in the States?
This is Chicago.
Chicago.
Chicago,
Nice.
all Chicago. So we
Yeah.
played in the gym that Hoop Dreams, those Hoop Dreams
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
We played in the Marshall High School, one
Oh,
of the
yeah?
games, and we played at other high schools. But it was packed. It was sick. Hot sauce was there, white chocolate. I'll be right back. Like these crazy street ballers, right? Played in that in Chicago. Went to Japan. I had my first tour in
Nice.
Japan.
Uh-huh.
California. Man, all over the United States, man.
Yeah.
But my first tour in Japan was 2004, 2005.
What was Japan like?
Oh, it was insane, man.
Yeah.
It was like Back to the Future. Like it was so crazy. I'll tell you, it's so crazy that the technology, what we have today,
Yeah.
Japan had that in 2003, 2004.
Oh yeah.
It was
It's like
mind blowing.
a very futuristic place.
Oh,
A futuristic place, but then also like a lot of history too.
a lot
right?
of history. They had people watching television while they were driving. Like it was was
kidding.
crazy. Like I'm
Yeah.
sitting walking,
Yeah.
and people like watching the news on their phone, streaming.
Yeah. And you had never seen this before. Yeah.
I was like, what the heck is going on here?
No kidding.
And it's like regular. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
you don't know? My boy pulled out a cell phone, Nokia cell phone. They started laughing because of black and white.
No kidding.
They're like, what? Like you have that phone? Like they're actually clowning
Yeah.
them. That was crazy. That tour was crazy. I had it in
kidding.
Tokyo. That was a crazy tour.
Nice.
And yeah, it was nuts. And then I went back again to do another game.
Yeah.
So definitely a lot. I've been going to Japan often from 2004, 2005.
Amazing.
And then Asia.
Right.
Because if you watch my like YouTube stuff,
Yeah.
you see me traveling, all of a sudden just stopped. You don't see no street ball from after 2008
Yeah.
to 2011, 12, 2012, no street ball.
Okay.
Not even
Why was that?
after that, huh? Because
come
I was
you
playing, because I went back to school.
You went back to school.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes.
You went back to school like
At 2000, I was in 2008.
Yeah.
At 24, I went back to school. I got a scholarship
Nice.
to go play
Oh,
at
good
St.
for you.
Mary's.
At St. Mary's
Yeah.
in Nova Scotia.
In Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I didn't know street ball for like 6,
So-
7 years, man.
So then, what was that kind of like university experience like being at St. Mary's and playing in the college environment?
I was, you know what? I was like during the 24, like you're kind of, like for me, I was kind of mature. I think I was really ready. Before I
Right.
went to college, I went to Langara, I got offered a scholarship. I played for
Yeah.
from a term. I
Okay.
wasn't really focused, man.
You weren't
like,
focused
I was
on doing
focused on
the academic side of things?
Yeah, man, I didn't know how to
Yeah.
study properly.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
I just passed like all through high school. I like, I had a lot
Kind
of
of
help.
coasted? Yeah.
Yeah, I coasted last minute in grade 12. I kind of like,
Got it together a bit. 'cause you
yeah,
wanted
then
to
I went
maybe
back.
go.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't know how to study.
Right.
And
yeah.
then
So,
college-
that's true though. There is a secret to studying, right? You got to know the way of doing it.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
24, I had to do it because I'm thinking like, okay, if I'm going to go out to Halifax, I got to really, really focus on, because a lot of people probably thought, I know that, oh, he's just a street ball guy.
Right.
That he's
Yeah.
not going to do good in academics because he never wasn't that good in academics. He's
Right.
like stupid, dumb, he's not that smart. So I had a lot to prove to myself, but
for
a lot
you.
to prove to a lot of people that, listen, I could definitely do it.
No kidding.
And again, to be average, man. I never did get a
Be
B
average?
at all
No?
in high school. C
Yeah.
minus
Yeah.
and D's,
C's
man.
and D's, yeah.
Yeah, man.
So from
you
C's
know?
and D's to like a B
B
average,
average,
yeah.
man.
Did you get some A's? you
I
ever
did get some A's. Yeah, I got one or two A's, man.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
The
Good for
rest
you.
were B's and one
Yeah.
C plus.
That's
I was
okay.
super happy, man.
Yeah.
And it was on
Yeah,
the
good for
papers
you.
too. It was on the papers with Metro papers.
Oh,
it was
yeah?
all over national. Yeah, like
How
this
you
guy.
became like a good student?
Student, but also
yeah,
I did really well in university. Like I
Right.
averaged like over 20 a game. I was leading
Oh,
scorer
good for
in the
you.
league, like all-star.
Amazing.
Broke a record my last year. Like, dude, like I had a really, really, really good time playing ball, but also like really get to know myself. Like I could actually do something in my life.
Man. I hear
you. Know?
Yeah,
Rather
definitely.
than hearing, because street ball, be honest with you, street ball, people look at street ball as like it's like, oh, it's just nothing. Oh, it's just playing street ball. It's actually, street ball has really helped me out a lot.
No kidding.
So I had to prove a lot of people, like, listen, my street ball skills can actually work in an organized setting if you know how to play it the right way.
Yeah.
You have to learn how to play both sides.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
You kind of like get the blend the best of the both worlds, right?
That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
So
sure.
I had a lot to prove. I remember when I first got signed to go play at St. Mary's University. It was a message boards and Basketball Jones. He plays against all those weak street balls. He's not used to playing hard,
no kidding.
you know, CIS basketball defense.
Yeah.
Man, I've been playing.
Wrong?
Man, I've been playing harder guys on the street.
Right.
And in university. So that's what the street balls helped me so much, because I'm playing guys that could actually play, but they just didn't have the opportunity to play university because of grades, right? Maybe the coach says, oh, you suck, you just do street ball.
Yeah.
A lot of these street ball guys could play in the NBA.
Play.
So I had a lot to prove, man.
No
to
kidding.
Myself.
Good for you. Yeah. And I like what you said just a few minutes ago about like going to St. Mary's, you finally realized that like you were capable of doing something.
Yes.
Because I had that same effect with myself going from high school into college for marketing.
Yeah.
Right? I was questioned on everything in high school, and I thought that maybe I wasn't capable of doing anything with my life.
Yeah.
Like I was like a loser almost to some degree, right?
I understand what you're saying, man.
And you know, I struggled through high school to some degree. Like I was like a C and B student, but I never got an A. And then I went to this 3-year marketing program at Seneca College. And then all of a sudden, I'm like doing good in tests. I'm doing good in assignments. My teachers are recognizing me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, whoa, wait. So I am capable of doing something with my life, right?
Yeah.
And that's the cool thing that higher education can, in fact, do for you. It can actually be a very empowering thing.
That's
right?
true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. But also, you got to look at it like this too. Like, it's some people don't have that. They do have it, but they haven't found it. And
No kidding.
If they're, how can I say it? If they're trying to find it, sometimes it could be too late in their life.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. You got to take risk, and you got to really totally believe in yourself, because some people don't believe. How can I say it? Some people don't really believe in themselves.
This is true. Yeah.
Like for me to go to university, it was tough.
Yeah.
Because it's like, man, I gotta do work.
No kidding.
That I'm not used to doing it.
No kidding.
So you gotta I gotta say, like, I can't do it. A lot of me says I can't do it, but there's a small voice that says you can do it.
You can, yeah. You gotta have that one grow and overpower, right?
But some people don't have that voice.
Right.
Or they do have that voice, but they don't listen to it. They listen to the other voice that's louder than the small voice.
No kidding.
Right?
Yeah.
So everyone has it, man. Everyone, because we're born. We're born in this world to do something in life. Everyone has it.
I believe so, yeah.
But what are you going to listen to?
No kidding.
And that's the big
the
thing.
negative self-talk can really bring you down. And also, I think it's important to have good people around you cheering you on and encouraging you.
That is true, though. That is true.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's not a lot of that, though.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Because, that's good that they cheer and you want to hear that.
Yeah.
But guess who has to do the work at the end of the day?
Oh, yeah, the individual does. Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
But you do need that. I'm not saying you don't. You do need that. But at the end of the day, you still got to get up.
It's on you.
It's on you.
Yeah.
You got to get up in the morning, got to study, you got to get to class, you got to study more.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
you got to balance
that
stuff.
for sure.
Right?
It's full-blown on you.
It's full-blown on you, man.
Yeah. But I think almost 9 times out of 10, people are capable of doing things. People are capable of doing things good academically, more so than they might think.
Oh, for sure. Oh, dude.
Right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I believe that. It's just sometimes the system.
And you're proof of that, right?
Yeah, I'm a little proof, man. I don't know.
Well,
I got a lot more work,
you're
man.
a straight B student to some degree.
Yeah, some people, but it doesn't mean
Mary's.
everything, though. The B's don't mean everything, right?
No.
Sometimes you listen, you get a paper, you understand it, you write it down. You know, a lot of stuff is memorization, but it doesn't really say that you're really, a B average student. It's just the system says, okay, you're a B average student.
For sure.
But you're more than that.
True.
Right? You're actually more. You're more than a B. You're a friggin' triple A's. You're triple A, man. You're triple A, man. Everyone's a triple A, right? You just gotta figure it out. You gotta go in. You gotta write it, right? And if you do get a C plus or C minus, it's okay. You can do better next time.
sure.
But you know, at the end of the day, you're better than that.
For sure.
Right.
For
so
sure.
don't look at that grade and say, "Oh my God, I'm gonna see you walk around. I'm gonna see."
Or whatever.
No, don't let that define you. Right.
Yeah, definitely. Are you glad though that you went to
yes,
the college route and
I am
got
because
an education and played in that environment?
Because for me, it's being especially like being. I'll tell you real talk. Even being black.
Right.
They just say, "Oh, you're just like a streetball guy. You're done.
Yeah.
You're gonna do drugs. You're gonna go on the side. You know what I mean? Like slang. You might be a pimp." And I'm just being real. I'm just keeping it real. I'm not filtering it.
Right.
You be a rapper, right? Or you wearing a chain.
Right.
So I'm actually happy that I went to university so people could see I'm not that.
For sure.
You understand the point, right? Like I don't want people thinking that's black culture,
for sure.
right? It's really not. I say that other stuff, the P stuff, is not. It's just I don't know. That's not the culture.
Mean, yeah.
But you understand what I'm saying?
And I'm a white guy, right? So like I can only understand as an outsider looking in.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of black friends, right?
Yeah.
Like I consider you a friend. We're here.
Oh, for sure, we're friends.
Is there?
Oh, for sure, yes.
Black guy.
Yeah.
Kareem Perez.
Yeah.
Black. Like I have friends from all different cultures. I love people of all different cultures, right? And I believe that anybody, no matter where you come from, you are capable of doing great things.
Oh, for sure, definitely.
And people like yourself are an inspiration and testament to that. You're proof of that.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. I just didn't want anybody to think that I'm just a street ball guy and think that I'm just gonna go, work at, you're just not gonna do anything in life.
Yeah.
I'm not saying McDonald's is not a bad. I'm not saying it's a bad job. Right.
Yeah.
But because some people, do work at McDonald's for a long time. That's good.
Yeah.
And whatever their dreams are and aspirations.
Yeah, each their own, right?
Yeah,
like
each
some
their
people,
own, exactly.
They want to do that and they're comfortable and that's their thing.
Exactly.
It's okay.
But I think for even being a minority, it's really hard, man. It's not easy.
More challenges, different challenges.
Oh man, it's crazy. What if I fail? I go back. What will my homies think? You know what I mean?
No kidding.
I told you shouldn't go. You street ball. You know what I mean? It's dude, like it's not easy. And we could talk about that in another podcast.
Yeah, we can have dedicate an entire episode to that. For
sure.
Man. Yeah. Well, I think the one amazing, inspiring thing that you could kind of like bring to your community, right, and people of color, right, and all people in general, is the fact that like. You're proof that good things can happen when you pursue your dreams.
Yes,
right?
I think so. Yes,
You're a dream pursuer.
I am.
Right?
I am.
You've even gone all the way to the point of even pursuing the dream of becoming an NBA basketball player.
Yes.
And you got drafted, I think, even to like a G League or something like that.
Yeah, I got in a G League draft
to play with the Toronto Raptors 905.
Yes.
And
Yes.
Yeah. Right, and then let's say, for example, that didn't work out to its best case scenario.
Yes.
But then you pivoted and then made something positive of it, and approached basketball in a different way to do it as your career.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So that's truly inspiring for everybody here watching and listening and seeing you. Kind of like navigate adversity.
Yeah.
Right. And figure out ways to make things happen.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So kudos to you.
Thank you.
Sure,
Thank you. Not easy though, but thank you.
Yeah, it's definitely not easy, man. And I can totally relate to that. And like,
man.
Yeah, my life journey was like this.
Yeah, mine's too, man. You should see my notebook, man.
Yeah.
People might say, man, you're not even organized, man.
No kidding.
They're looking at me, this is a notebook, what is organized?
Yeah.
I'm like, this is my head, man.
Yeah, that's your head.
That's
and you
my
wrote
head.
all that stuff down, and a lot of that stuff that you wrote down has come to be too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it keeps you organized too.
That's organized to me.
Yeah.
Maybe not to you, but to me that's organized.
For sure.
Phone number here,
Yeah. Meeting with the multi-marketer at 1:45.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I was somewhere in that notebook.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and here you are, right?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
There you go. So ultimately, you are the King Handles, and you have kind of like to some degree achieved influencer status, right? You got the blue check mark. You got 175,000 followers on IG. Hundreds of people see your videos and posts every day, maybe even thousands, right? You got the YouTube channel going. You're constantly creating content.
Yeah.
It's created opportunities for you business-wise,
Yes.
I think in all different things.
Oh, yes,
You
definitely.
have merch.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So kind of like walk me through that world. What is a day in the life of being an influencer with some level of scale and success?
Oh, man. It's being consistent, man.
Yeah.
You got to be consistent. You
Right.
got to study failures, like, why a post, for instance, like a post is not doing well.
Yeah. Do you try to like look at, okay, so I posted it at this time on this day and use these hashtags, and then it didn't do what I wanted it to do.
Yeah.
So now I got to like reattempt it with this post and do it a different approach.
Different approach and just kind of figure it out, right?
Have you figured out like, is there any like secret ingredients to ensuring that like post gets the level of scale that you hope it would get?
Yeah, like for instance, like some of my, so for recently, before I never used to do like tutorials. I used to do some tutorials, but not a whole lot. And a lot of people say, "Oh, you should do more tutorials. People like to learn from you." I'm like, yeah. I used to do it, right? I never used to do voiceovers just to show the drill. I used to just write the caption on there. And some of them are okay. Right. More ankle breaker stuff. People like the ankle breakers, right? Like, okay, I start posting more ankle breaker stuff, right?
Got it. Yeah.
This is how I see it, man. You got to give, like, sometimes you got to definitely, when you do something, do it because you love to do it. Don't just do it because, I'm trying to get a follower.
Right.
Just do it because you want to give information. You want to show people that you can play basketball.
So share your content authentically.
Yeah, show authentically. You want to be organic, right?
Yeah.
Be organic and have fun doing it. Have fun editing. Just like playing basketball. If you love playing basketball, have fun doing it. If you love being an influencer and want to start posting, you have to have fun doing it.
Definitely.
Right? So you gotta have fun.
Yeah.
For hashtags and stuff like that, I use 5 hashtags.
5 hashtags every time?
Every time.
Do you go to 10 hashtags or you just focus on
5?
5 every time.
5.
Okay.
It's like streetball, basketball.
Yeah.
Whatever are the popular ones.
Is it the same ones?
Regularly? So it's the same ones, but now I'm thinking like today, this morning, I was like, okay, I have to switch it up. I got to use different hashtags. Like basketball is life.
Yeah.
Hooper's mentality.
Right.
All that other stuff, right?
Yeah.
And you want to pick the ones that are not like 5 million. So a hashtag,
5 million, not 5 million in popular. Like there's not 5 million posts tied to the hashtag.
Yeah. So the hashtag says 5 million or 5.2 mil.
Yeah.
You want to use the ones that are 100 or 500 or like say 100,000 or 200,000 because if you use a 5.2 or something like that, it's going to be harder for that person to find you.
No kidding.
Because there's so many stuff.
It's already oversaturated.
It's already oversaturated. Yeah. But once in a while you can because you never know.
Right.
That one hashtag you use could blow up your channel.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's a hit and miss.
For sure.
Right? It's a hit and miss.
I understand.
A lot of stuff is hit and miss.
Yeah. How about timing of like time of day?
Oh, the time of day, depending on everyone has their time of day. So for me, I am 6 a.m. to about 8:30, 9 a.m. every morning.
You post. That's when you post.
Post around that time.
Yeah.
Right?
So you wake up early and you just start posting content.
Yeah, it's like 7:30 or 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
7:38, and then I post at 8. Sometimes I post at 9. Right.
Got it.
8:30. I post about 8:15, 8:20, and then I post at 9 o'clock because sometimes you might get some last minute people that I'm going to work. I'm going to, I'm going to the class is about to start, and they go on their phone quickly.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I post sometimes lunchtime.
Lunchtime, okay.
When people are sitting down, they're scrolling.
Lunch break,
right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And after school is 3 for me. After like the afternoons is from 3 to 6. So now I post either once or twice during that day, depending on my time.
Nice.
So at least I post, and then I post at night. Sometimes
so you post. You have like 4 windows throughout the day. That you post.
Yes.
Every single day.
Almost every day.
Almost every day.
Almost every day.
That's hardcore, man.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Good on you.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you, man.
Yeah, for sure. That's inspiring. So I'll try to like keep that in mind and reference that for when I post my stuff. I don't have nearly as much content, but at least
I know nearly as much content. I think you got a lot of content.
Yeah. Well, this podcast creates a lot, right?
Yes, I'm saying the podcast, even your stuff from before, post some of your repost some of your old stuff.
Yeah.
If you're a little tired, man, and you don't feel like posting, and you can't think anything, go back to your archives and repost.
Right.
And I bet you your repost will do better than your first post.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what you do.
Sweet.
Yes.
Tips from the king.
Oh man,
awesome, man.
Yeah,
awesome.
man. So I hope that helps.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
I have one other question about like all this influencer stuff and the fact that you've built this massive I think it's a big audience, big.
It's not like crazy.
It's
like
not
million.
like Nelk, tens of millions of followers or anything like that, but it's a sizable audience and
it is.
It's of value, right? And like people are engaged and they consume your content all the time, right?
They do.
So I'm just curious, has this created opportunity for you business-wise? Have you been able to kind of like monetize your audience?
Yeah,
right?
like okay, for instance, my basketball academy.
Yeah.
I post like, okay, I tell you with my spring break clinic.
Yeah.
Okay, I said, listen, I got to flip it up. I got to switch up the game a little bit.
Right.
I can't just post a poster and say, hey guys, come to my clinic.
Right.
Everyone does that.
Yeah. Can't just be a graphic, right?
Yeah, it can't be just a
Yeah.
graphic.
So then what did you do?
So instead of me always doing poster and showing highlights of the kids from last camp,
Yeah.
I flipped it and I did a tutorial. For instance, like me dribbling or somebody else, I commentate about somebody else or something like that. I make a mix. I do a voiceover. I add the captions on there,
Right.
explaining the drill, how to do it, this and that.
Uh-huh.
And at the end, I say, hey, you want to learn more? Come to my spring break handles
Nice.
camp.
And then you post that.
Oh my gosh,
and then that's where the
right there. I've gotten a lot of feedback for my ankle breakers.
right.
This here is a whole different game.
Really?
Now I'm getting more shares, more reposts.
Nice.
One of them I got like 55 reposts
Nice.
and like over 60 shares
Amazing.
and saves. I'm like,
kidding.
holy crap! Like
Yeah.
I figured out the formula.
Yeah.
But it took
Yeah,
me
good for you. How long did it take
4 years,
you?
man.
4 years. Yeah. There
Could
you
be
go.
longer
Uh-huh.
to figure
So it
it
goes
out.
to show you how it's a long game. This content and influence.
It's a long game.
Yeah.
And once you figure it out, and people love it.
For sure.
Like, and I love it. I like, damn, this is sick. I'm not just looking at it, damn, I'm like, I actually feel good talking about it.
Yeah.
Because
and you're adding value, right?
value that, and I find that's way more, I find that's more value, be honest with you, right now than my ankle breaker stuff. Like to me,
Yeah.
ankle breaker stuff,
Like
I can see everyone's doing ankle breaker
Right.
stuff.
Yeah.
Everyone is. But why don't I
it.
commentate on my ankle breaker stuff? Hey,
Yeah.
how did I break his
Breaking it
ankles?
down, right?
This is how you
Yeah.
do it. You want to
Yeah.
learn more? Man, just come to my clinic,
Yeah.
man. I'll teach you.
Yeah, for sure. Or maybe have you created an online course yet?
And you've been talking about that. I will.
I've always said that to you for the past 3
Every
years,
time
man.
I see you, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
You gotta
Joey,
make that
man.
course.
You got to
'Cause
make
that's
that
a
course,
game changer,
man.
right? That's a game changer because then people all over the world can buy it, right? And you kind of like you're creating this legacy for yourself that I think people can learn from. They'd be willing to pay for it,
Yeah.
right? And then you don't necessarily have to be there to like make a little bit of money along the way.
That's
right?
true. That's true.
Yeah.
And
You already have the video set up. You already have the content. You could very easily make a course to some degree.
I can.
You're already doing the stuff, right?
You know what?
You just got to set the time and
I'm gonna
build
do
it
it.
out. And,
I'm gonna do it. I
Yeah.
know what's funny. It's
For
so
sure.
funny that you say that because check this out. So crazy because this is actually coming from the creator and it's coming through you and to me.
Uh-huh.
You've been telling me this
Yeah.
for 3-4 years.
Right.
I was just thinking about this I wrote on my notebook
Yeah.
2 days ago, actually last night,
Yeah.
what the program's called.
Really?
I'm not even kidding
Nice.
you, man.
Nice. There you go.
I already know. I already have it.
Yeah.
I don't want to say what it is
Yeah.
yet.
It's okay. You can keep that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep that with you.
But I'll tell you after this, though.
Yeah.
I was talking to my boy that I do a lot of stuff with. I haven't talked for a while. He called me. He's like, yo, you should start creating a program. Online.
Like an online program?
Yeah. Do you have an
Yeah.
online program, man? Just now, while I was on the way here.
Really?
I'm like, nah, man. He's like, yo, Joey, you're sleeping on it. Get on it.
Yeah,
And now
definitely,
you're
man.
telling me this here?
Yeah.
It's a win-win, man.
Totally,
you know?
man. And don't forget about me when you're rich.
No, man.
When
Don't
you got that nice
forget.
pad
Yeah.
in West Vancouver with
Yeah.
the basketball court in the backyard. Like, just don't forget. At least have me over for dinner. You know, like our kids can play. They can play. You know.
No,
yeah.
for sure. I got you, man.
Definitely,
Anytime,
definitely.
man. The doors are open, man.
For sure,
Yeah.
for sure. And I can relate too to the course creation because I've been telling Achi
Yeah.
that I'm trying to make a course, the Digital Marketing Masterclass, 12 modules on how to market your business online.
Oh, wow.
Right? And next week is the week that I'm blocking off because my son's on spring break.
Yeah.
So I don't need to worry about picking him up and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, that's good.
I'm going to dedicate that week to just making the course. And then I'm going to have him spend time with his brother.
Yeah.
Right? And then it'll get recorded, it'll get done, and it will be out there. And I'm hoping, for myself too, in being in my craft, which is marketing, digital marketing, right? I'll be able to kind of like create this course that will bring value to the world and teach hundreds of thousands of people, maybe even 1 million people, on how to become like a full stack digital marketer.
Man.
Right? And the power of that, doing it in an online course format versus just doing it one-to-one, it's day and night, right?
Yeah, you get to
It's
impact the whole
impact.
world.
Yeah, more impact on the world, and then also on myself and my family, right? So everybody
Yes.
wins, kind of thing.
No, you're
And-
right.
And you're in that same boat.
Yes.
And probably you're better positioned to blow up more than I am, because I think teaching basketball is more hype than teaching marketing.
no, but maybe but you know what? Maybe you could. I'm thinking now. Maybe you could actually spin it, man, and not just use. I don't know. You can use a marketing word, because when I hear
Right.
marketing, it's like, oh, it's kind of like,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, for sure.
Maybe you could twist the name a bit, man.
Yeah, I'll figure something
You
out.
know, twist the name
Yeah.
up and call it something else that will attract more people.
Yeah.
Because marketing, you hear marketing is like, that's good, but it's like, like marketing. What do you
understand.
want? Like, what do you want? You want my money? Right? That's what I think, right?
Yeah, for
Hey,
sure.
people hit me up.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I want to help you blow. I'm a marketer. Okay, how much money you want, man?
Yeah, the pitch.
How much you? Yeah, right.
The pitch is a little tricky. Yeah, for sure. I have trouble with it all the time.
Yeah, man.
I don't oversell it.
I
but,
know. Yeah.
But
I
at the
know.
same time, there is a place for it, right?
There is,
every
definitely.
business needs to do marketing.
No, every
right?
business needs to do marketing.
So I can
man.
teach them how to do it, and they
Yeah.
can do it themselves.
Yeah.
That's the idea, right?
Yeah.
And then there's young people coming up that. Marketing is something that they're interested in,
Yeah.
right? And the demand is there. There's
Oh, for sure.
tons of jobs out there, right?
Yeah.
And I've already been doing all the marketing for over 10 years, and I
Yeah.
want to be able to kind of like teach them how to do it so that they can go and get the jobs and, establish a career.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah. So So give me, if I could find a little information about you real quick.
Yeah.
So to a marketer,
Yeah.
how do you take a commission off that,
Oh,
or do
with
people
me?
just pay you?
So I have,
Straight up.
like with me, I run an agency, Grow a Search. You
So
see
if
it
I
there.
want to now say, for instance, if I want to
Yeah.
like use, hey, School of Handles, hey, listen, man, we need help with marketing.
Yeah.
We pay you.
Yeah, you pay me. You pay me a marketing retainer every month.
Okay.
You pay me to market your
On
School of
Facebook?
Handles. We can we can enhance your website, make it more conversion focused. We could SEO it, help you get found organically on the first page of Google. We could advertise for you on Google, manage a campaign, people searching for club teams and camps.
Yeah.
Right? Make sure that you're on Google.
Yeah.
Run ad campaigns for you through Facebook ads.
Yeah.
So above and beyond all the amazing organic stuff that you're doing,
Yeah.
we could run campaigns for you so that you get out there more.
Okay,
right?
cool.
If you wanted to add more content to your website, we could get it written for you, added, right? That kind of stuff. Email marketing, if you wanted to, if you needed like a professional touch with the email marketing, we can help you with that.
Okay.
Right? So some people need this full force. That's perfect. That's our bread and butter. I have clients that have been paying me every day for years.
That's
now.
good, man.
Yeah.
And that's
I'm
big
running
money, big
things for
money.
them. Well, it's decent money.
Decent money, yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
But it's pretty fulfilling work. And also, I have freedom over time and place as a result of what I do, right?
Yeah.
So in that light, it's good. And the course that I'm trying to make, I bet you it could, at a bare minimum, help like an organization like yourself. If you guys kind of like consumed the course, it would make you guys better marketers, and it would allow you to market School of Handles better across all the channels as a result.
You know what? Well, I think we will get the course, man.
Yeah,
I would probably get the courses to learn. Knowing I know
become
you.
a better marketer.
Yeah, better marketer, right? Because I'm in a
you
business.
combine that marketing with the influencer at scale that you already have.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could kind of like take you.
Yeah, to another level. Yeah.
Or even doing the course, marketing the course, right? You could potentially benefit from the things that I'm going to teach.
Yeah. For sure.
My masterclass.
Let's do it, man. Let's collaborate, man.
For sure.
Yeah, that's
definitely.
man. That's
yeah,
sick.
we'll keep an open dialogue, keep in touch.
Yeah.
Yeah, see
that's
where
good.
to go from there.
Yeah, man.
So let's end things off. What we'll do is we'll just go through some fast questions that I have here for you.
No problem.
It's 2 rounds, kind of
Okay,
like
yeah.
boxing.
Boxing.
So the first round is kind of basketball oriented, and then the second round is life oriented.
Okay.
Okay. So here we go. We got favorite court to hoop in the world. Where would you love to play most basketball?
Who?
Right now, or anywhere?
I think definitely China, man.
China?
Yeah, man. Just love the energy, man.
Nice.
The energy,
Yeah.
just,
I've seen so many videos where like the courts are like packed. You're in China and the courts are packed with people and they're going crazy.
Just going crazy, man.
Nice.
Yeah,
so is there a specific court in China, or is it anywhere, any court in China?
Any court in
where
China,
the
man.
energy's there?
Yeah, any court in China where the energy's
Nice.
there. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Greatest basketball player of all time.
NBA, or just
NBA. Let's say NBA.
Oh, it's kind of. You know what? It's hard to say.
Do you have like a favorite? Did you have
really,
like a favorite
man.
guy growing up?
Iverson, Jordan,
Iverson?
so many. Jordan,
Yeah.
Kobe, and Iverson.
Okay.
Those are my top
cool.
3.
Nice. What advice would you have for kids in pursuing their college or pro dreams?
You want to definitely work on your game and your training and stuff. You want to
Yeah.
take that very seriously, and you don't want to play. You want to play games, but you want to train more than you play. If you look at like
Train more than you play.
yeah, if you look at boxers or anybody
Yeah.
that trains,
Yeah.
how often do they fight a year?
No kidding.
They
Not
train
that many,
more.
Not that many.
Not that
Yeah.
many, right?
And
So
they fight every day, or they train every day.
every day.
Yeah, they
So-
train every day, and then they have a couple fights a year.
yes.
Yeah.
Right. And I
understand.
think with basketball, that's why you're seeing a lot more players are injured, and especially young kids. I'm like, man,
Yeah.
how do you get that injury like that? Because
No kidding.
they're playing a lot of these tournaments and games. They play
Yeah.
3 games in one day.
No kidding.
In like 2-3 day tournament.
Yeah.
And then after that, in the next week, they're playing again.
Yeah, and they're all bruised up.
Right? So it's tough, right?
Yeah.
It's really tough.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. What do you love more than basketball?
Oh, man, it's kind of tough, man. But at the same time, like, boxing is, I love boxing, man. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Just like
Nice.
a one-on-one, you know?
Nice. What do you get out of boxing? Like, what do you?
Oh,
does
what
it
I
do
get
to
out
you?
of
What
it,
does it do
yeah,
for you?
it really
Yeah.
for me, it gets for what I get out of it is it gives me a different approach of how to train,
No kidding.
train and how to really dig deep when you get
Yeah.
tired because boxing is it elevates your conditioning,
Yeah. It
right?
builds endurance.
endurance. So
Yeah.
at the third or fourth quarter when I'm playing games, like I know how to tap in to
kidding.
get that extra energy, and really
Yeah.
you know how to tap in
For sure.
and how to really get that. Basketball is cool, but when you're tired, you could tap in. But boxing, when you get that conditioning, you tap in even more, man.
Right.
It's like your Tesla, man. It's like boom,
That
you know?
boost?
That
Yeah.
boost, man. Right, and you
Nice,
stay
nice.
fit, you stay strong. You're
sure.
bouncy. You're really bouncy, light on your feet. So if you're really light on your feet, man, it's going to be really hard to guard. Or you can
Nice.
even play better defense
So boxing
too.
can make you a better basketball player.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And it builds grit, like
Yeah,
crazy grit. Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself with basketball in 10 years?
Oh. I see myself, so I'm 37, 47. I still see myself playing the game of basketball and doing what I'm doing now.
Nice.
And I see myself building basketball courts outdoors for
Amazing.
kids and
Amazing.
giving kids opportunities.
School of Handles courts like across
Oh man, yeah.
Canada, maybe the US kind of thing?
Yeah, US
Or
around
even
the
in
world.
China?
China for sure.
Yeah.
For
Uh-huh,
sure.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's a good vision.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
What is the best advice you ever received?
Oh, yeah. The best advice, man. Man, I can't remember. I get a lot of
Any
advice.
life
man.
advice? Maybe your brother said something to you?
Oh,
or-
well, for instance, like I'll tell you this, man. My family, my mom and dad, my brother, they never growing up, they never used to say anything,
Okay.
really. But I just watched them. We weren't the best communicators.
I see.
You
I
know?
see.
And
But you
every
just learned
family's
from-
different.
You learn from their actions? and-
Yes, I learned a lot
Yeah.
from their actions, and what I
it.
learned is like to really be respectful and treat
For sure.
people kindly, man.
Yeah.
That's what I learned from my parents.
That's evident. Because, like, honestly, I've never seen you give anybody the time of day. Almost anybody.
Yeah,
probably.
yeah. I try my best.
For sure. And you just seem like a very genuine person and willing and able to, be friendly with anyone.
Yes,
You're
yes.
humble,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
As famous as you are, you're humble, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
You got to be
respect that
humble.
about you.
You got to be humble,
Yeah.
man. You
Yeah,
got to
for
be
sure.
humble. You can't be, man. Like we're here, man, in this world for not a long time, man.
No
Like
kidding.
you just gotta give back to the community, give back to the world, and just be a good person. At least try to be. I know
Yeah.
life is hard
Yeah,
and stuff
I'm
is
with
going
you.
on,
I'm
COVID
with
and stuff.
you.
It's tough. You're gonna
Yeah.
be down, man.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
you gotta stay, especially now. You gotta have a high frequency, man.
For sure.
You have to. You have
For
to.
sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I hear you. Worst advice you ever received?
Worst advice. Oh, lots of worst advice.
Lots of words. Yeah, there's a lot of that out there, isn't there?
The worst advice. I remember I was in grade 4, grade 5. I was elementary,
Yeah.
and my peer tutor said that I would never ever learn.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's
Dude,
terrible.
that as
Yeah.
a kid, man, like
You can't pigeonhole kids like that. Like, that's just wrong. And teachers, I think, have been
Yeah,
guilty of
dude.
that. Some teachers have been guilty of that over the years. And,
yeah,
you know, kids need encouragement, not discouragement, regardless
Yeah.
of what challenges that they have in front of them, right?
And I'll tell you real quick too, man. Like, be honest with you. So we had like a documentary called Handle with Care. The Notic
Yes,
documentary.
yes, I saw that.
Yeah.
It was in a Vancouver film festival.
Yeah,
or
we
something
won
like
2
that, right?
awards and
Did you?
stuff. Yeah, so
Amazing.
it might be going on Netflix pretty soon. So,
Really?
yeah,
You're
so
gonna be
that's-
on Netflix.
Hopefully, man. Well, that's what
That
they're
is
aiming
unbelievable.
for. And actually, Slam Magazine actually took it. They actually so Victory, which is a company that does a lot of stuff with Nike and stuff like that.
Okay.
They funded the film. Tellus
Nice.
funded it.
Nice.
And Slam magazine funded it.
Wow.
So it's going to be a pretty big documentary. So we're really trying to get it out there to Netflix and stuff. But anyways, like,
that's amazing.
Since then, like, when my wife watched it, we talked about it, I like broke down, man.
Really?
I broke down in tears, man, like, because like, and I went into the bathroom, I started hitting the toilet.
Really?
Because, yeah, man, because I was so, like, because it's crazy because when you get older, a lot of the stuff that you hear as a young, like, negativity, you still live with it. It's still
it's
in
like
you.
ingrained in you. Yeah,
exactly.
For sure. I've suffered from that kind of situation myself.
Yeah, right?
Absolutely.
Like, I think, so that it's actually mind-blowing. And you never know until something comes up or somebody triggers something or says something, right? Yeah. So I started hitting the toilet, bro, like almost break it. I was like so glad. And I said this, man. And I didn't know how to control myself. I said, man, I was just a little kid.
No kidding.
And that's what I said. I was in tears, man. Yeah. And I'm 37 saying that.
No kidding.
I was just a little kid. Why do they do that?
For sure.
So I've been living with that forever.
For decades.
For decades, basically. Not forever, but since when he said that.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you feel that you've been able to do healing?
I think that was my
like
healing.
Recognized it? Yeah.
I think that was my healing. That was my healing.
So that guy that said that to you so many years ago caused damage to some degree.
It did,
right?
big time.
That prolonged into adulthood.
Yeah, but also I turned that into positivity.
For sure. For sure. Yeah.
Which is kind of like.
Yeah, definitely.
It sucks, but it doesn't suck.
Childhood trauma can be. I can relate to it in some ways. Like, I came to Vancouver to heal.
Yeah.
I had to leave certain situations in Toronto.
Yeah.
Right? Come to Vancouver to heal. And when you met me 3 years ago, none of this happened, right? I had to go through therapy to some degree at one point.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then when I went to therapy and I shared my story, the therapist helped me realize that, I had actually been through some really bad things, right? And she made me realize what they were. And all of a sudden, I'm like, whoa, she fixed something in my head. And then next thing you know, I'm out there making all these things happen. Like this. If I had not gone through that kind of like healing process and like learning from somebody that like what I went through was bad, right? I wouldn't have this stuff
that I have today. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, and that's
so
just
we could all relate to that. You and I could relate to that.
Yeah,
a lot of people could relate to that,
for sure.
Right?
But I guess as people and adults, we just got to do our best to ensure that our kids don't go through the same thing.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think we're better for it.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. Okay, if you could create one law that everyone had to follow, what would it be?
Man, just say hi, man.
Say hi. Say hi.
Saying hi and how are you?
Greeting people like
that kid, man.
Friendly? Yeah.
That there starts everything. Everyone's day. Yeah, that person could be a bad day.
Yeah.
And that's it. Hey, man, how are you? You look beautiful today. You don't got to pick them up and don't got to say like holler at them.
Yeah, it's not like
but you
that.
look beautiful.
Yeah.
You know how good that feels?
Yeah, giving someone a compliment.
Oh my gosh, man.
Yeah.
You look good today.
Definitely.
You look good, man. Wow, you look different, man.
For sure.
That one little thing could spark, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you try to do that yourself?
I do it all the time. Yeah. At the school when I'm working with the kids, man. Hey, man, you look good. I like the shoes, man. Looking good. Man, they're like,
awesome. He's a good guy. The king handles. You heard it here first. I think we dug pretty deep with you.
Oh, man, we got pretty deep.
For sure. Yeah. And I thank you for taking the time and effort to be here today and to have this wonderful conversation.
Oh, for sure, man.
Hopefully it impacts people out there from the very young age, kids coming up in basketball, and then aspiring influencers, marketers all over the world. I hope that you've all gotten value from this episode.
Yeah.
And again, I just want to thank you very much for coming here today.
Oh, man, thank you for having me. Thanks for your time.
And just maybe let us know where people can find you.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
How you would like people to kind of like reach out and get involved.
Oh, for sure, yeah. So I have my Instagram, The King Handles. Yeah. Give me a follow on there. My YouTube channel, just type up King Handles. You see all my videos all over the world, China, Asia, Denmark, whatever. Like, there's a lot of content there. I got some tutorials there too as well. You can follow my TikTok too. I don't post as much as TikTok, but I do post like at least 3 times a week.
Nice.
You can go check out my stuff on TikTok, The King Handles. I also have a Twitter page. I'm not really on Twitter a whole lot, But you could definitely hit me up on Twitter. It's The King Handles too as well.
Yeah.
And I think that's about it.
And
really.
Subscribe on YouTube.
Yeah, subscribe. Yeah, subscribe to my channel.
For sure.
I'll be posting 3-4 times a week.
For sure.
I also do shorts too as well. Also, if you want to learn some handles, want to learn some basketball, want to put your kid into our academy to learn some skills. Also, we got teams too as well. Just go to schoolofhandles.ca. And also, if you want to send us an email, go to info@schoolofhandles.ca, info@schoolofhandles.ca, not .com, okay, .ca.
Nice. Yeah. That's the king for you guys.
That's the king.
Yeah, he's got a lot going on. Yeah. Very inspiring man right here. Yeah, thanks so much for being on.
Thank you for your time, man. This is good. Yeah, this is great. Yeah, man.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.
Nice, man. Great,
Thanks, man.
Oh,
Yo,
thank you,
that was
man.
awesome, man.
That was a good podcast.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Yeah, definitely.